Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am finally back from my hiatus and I am ready to start posting again. In today's video, we're going to be working with tin metal. Tin is number 50 on the periodic table and a post-transition metal. It is a slightly soft metal that melts at about 230 degrees Celsius or 449 degrees Fahrenheit. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to cast tin metal in a graphite mold. You can use any graphite mold you want, but I have a specific mold I want to use for this experiment. So for your first step, you're going to be putting the ingot of tin into a steel pot. Now, it has to be steel because it has to be able to withstand the temperature of over 500 degrees Fahrenheit. The graphite cast design I'm using is in the shape of a cross, because that's what I'm going for this time. You can use any shape again for the graphite mold, but I will be using the cross. After some time, when the tin has been given enough time to heat up, it will start to melt. Liquid tin is extremely hot. Anyone attempting this for the first time must wear protective thermal gloves and eyewear. Also, when tin is melted, it gives off toxic fumes. Remember to open a window or have some type of ventilation system running while performing this. If you don't have any access to any of these options, please wear a respirator when attempting this. For the next step, you have to wait until all the tin has been successfully melted into a liquid. Now that everything is melted, we can now move on to the next part of this process. You'll notice that on the surface of the molten tin that there is a few discolorations. This is tin oxide that forms whenever the tin is melted. To remove this, simply just take a spoon and start dragging it across the surface to scrape off any tin oxide layer. Once the oxide is cleared away, you'll start to see that the molten tin has reflective properties that are just like a mirror. Now for the casting part of this process. Take the graphite mold of your choice and place it on top of a steel sheet or some type of steel container. We do this in order to prevent the spill of any molten metal. I'm doing this in my kitchen and there are many flammable objects in here, so I'm doing it on top of a steel object. For this part, I took off my gloves just to have more control when I start to pour out the molten metal. For beginners, I highly recommend that you keep the gloves on. When pouring this, make sure you do it slow and steady to make sure you get all the metal inside the mold. When the mold is completely filled, let it sit there and wait till it solidifies. You can't touch it now because it is still over 500 degrees Fahrenheit. It's very, very hot and can easily sear your skin. After letting it cool for a while, this is our final product. I put it in water just to take away some of the heat from it. It's a very beautiful, beautiful paperweight, and I sell these at my school for charity money. It's an excellent project for anyone to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I promise you that I have much more in the future to come. Thank you guys so much again. As you can still see, the mold is still very, very, very hot. But it's a very precise mold because our finished product fits perfectly inside of it. Thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you next time.